Hi everybody, it's Kristin. So I'm trying something a little bit different today. As you can see with the setup, I have the camera in a different spot. So I haven't seen it yet, but I did a tutorial with this look, a tutorial get ready with me kind of thing with this look. So let me know how you like this. I'm not sure how I feel about the shadows. I don't know. But anyway, let me know gently and kindly, of course. So I asked on Twitter today if you wanted to see a get ready with me or a tutorial, and a couple people said both. And I said, okay, well, I can do that. And the one, Jenny is one of my friends, and she actually has a YouTube channel, which I will link below. She said tutorial, and she was the first one to say that. And I said, okay, with what? And she said, how about NYX shadows? And I was like, all right, that seemed like a good challenge. So I pulled out my NYX single eyeshadows, and I actually used other NYX blush, gloss, that sort of thing. I had to throw a few other ones in there. Sorry in advance if this is too long, but you know how I get. Give me your feedback nicely and kindly, please. So part of this is going to be fast forwarded. Just the face part I fast forwarded through, but then the rest of it is a ramble fest of me talking to you and putting on this eye look. So if you want to see that, then keep watching. Okay, so, yeah, here we go. We're going to do some eyes. Here are the shadows that I have to work with. This is actually kind of combining it. Well, I will have said that already. So those are the NYX shadows that I have to work with. I think it's funny that you guys are willing to watch a longer video to hear me ramble. Good gravy. I'm going to try to keep this, you know, to a minimum though. The rambling, that is. You guys really seemed to, well, not seemed to. You guys actually really enjoyed my getting to know me video. I've done more questions. I didn't get to even half of the questions. So I'm going to try to, Urban Decay Primer Potion. Probably should have told you that. Okay. So, this is a little bit of a challenge for me. to use just the singles that I have. I think that I am going to do this one, which I think is Aloha. Yes, this is Aloha. It's a nice champagne-y color. There's some serious glitter action in it though. So I get it all over myself. So I just have a Sigma, their version of the flat shader brush. And I'm going to put this just on the inner third. I can't wait to hear how you guys feel about this camera angle. Although my concern is that I've never had shadows back here before, and I do now. I need somebody to tell me what's what with all that. I'm not a lighting professional. Okay. Flip that over, or wipe it off, whichever. And now I'm going to go into, and I hope that I said this at the beginning, I'm going to do like kind of a make your blue eyes pop. So I'm going to use this one, which is Fahrenheit. I'll be curious to see if you can see the colors better on that. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit, huh? Would that be helpful? I'm just going to pack that on the outer 2/3. You know, I think I'm going to pull some of that yellow in the middle. Let's make it like a ding-dang sunrise, shall we? So this, as I said in the beginning, hopefully, is kind of a multiple, you know, it says how to make your blue eyes pop, but also somebody asked me how I decide what shadows, what shadows to put together. Like, how do I make that decision? And, you know, sometimes I have a plan like days in advance. Like, do you guys ever have that where you, all of a sudden you're like, oh, those two shadows would look amazing together. And then sometimes I have no plan at all. What worries me a little bit about putting this color in the middle of there. Okay, I think we're just going to do this. So this is, I probably shouldn't have called this a tutorial, aside from the fact that this is going to make blue eyes pop. But because I'm kind of doing it as I go, it's not a tutorial. It really is just to get ready with me. But I've decided I don't like that Aloha against the Fahrenheit. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. It's actually just called Highlight. Looks like that. It's a little yellow to it. I'm going to put that over where I put the Aloha. Let's see if I can't bring that closer. Hello, how about you stay in the shot, game? I like that much better. Good gravy. If this is your first time watching me, just so you know, I do generally have things planned out. I just thought I would try something different today. Now, normally if I was just using NYX as a transition color, I would be using NYX True Taupe. But I'm actually going to use MAC Soft Brown. I do actually have another NYX single that would be similar to this. I just don't have it right now. But I want to use this, and let me explain that for a minute. I'm going to hold them both up here. I feel like Wilson. Okay, so this is NYX True Taupe, which I love as a transition color. This is Soft Brown. Soft Brown is so much warmer than True Taupe is that it will look much better as a transition color with this look. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use my, where is it? Oh, here. My Sonia Kashuk. It's a pointed kind of crease brush. They have no names. Well, I mean, I'm sure they did at some point. And I'm just gonna throw that in my crease here. Windshield wiper it, or as Cora says from Vintage or Tacky, rock it in your socket. That's her thing. I try to never, ever, ever claim other people's things as my own, and I try to always give credit. Because it's hard to come up with creative ideas, and it's hard to be unique on YouTube. And I think that, I just think you ought to give credit where credit's due. Know what I'm saying? That's why I've probably said, if I've said it one time, I've said it 20 times. I love that Sephora 55 brush with the Laura Mercier powder, but the credit there goes to Lisa D1. Hands down. Okay, I'm just going to grab my Sigma I think it's an E50. It's wiped off at this point. The big fluffy, like the MAC 227. And I'm going to use Brule. You could use Wet n Wild Brule. I'm just using the one that I have here. This, of course, this eye look, of course, would be pretty on other eyes. I think it would be really pretty on brown eyes, too. But, okay. So, and again, do this in whatever order you want. This is just the order that I do it in. I always do my highlight, and then I usually end up touching it up, too. Boy, it's cold in my house. Okay, I'm going to take NYX's Aloha, which looks like this. It's a warm brown. I just want to... I need a little dimension. It's looking a little flat to me. So I'm going to take that on a... I had to find a clean one. I'm going to use this on a Sigma. Mine still says SS217. It shows you how old it is. Their eye brush is very good. Their face brushes, however, are really starting to let me down. So I'm just getting that on the tip. And you guys have seen and heard me talk about this before. I'm going to just stamp that in the outer corner. And I put so much on that brush, I can probably do both eyes. Alright, and now I'm going to grab my Quo Crease Brush, which is another pointed crease brush, whatever brush you want, really, and just blend that out. Let's hope when I watch this back I'm not out of the frame for the entire video. I do really look like Wilson. Let's put a little bit more on the brush. And every time I go in there, I'm tapping it off. I mean, I know you guys have heard that a million times, but... You know, I was once a person who had never watched a YouTube video and I came across somebody's video, so... Maybe I'm your first video! If so, welcome! And actually, welcome to all my new subscribers too. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm also glad to have my older subscribers here as well, as always. I don't think I say that enough, how much I appreciate you guys. As I do. Well, I had a short moment of panic there where I couldn't find my Teddy eyeliner. So I'm going to use Teddy from MAC. And let me just see, I'm going to pull this closer to me. That's awesome. I can pull my mirror closer to me and still be in the shot and no mirror blocking. So I am, except that I'm not really in the shot. Okay, I'm not yanking on my eye. I'm just gently pulling it to make a little top because I am, after all, 40. And I don't have pretty little beautiful eyelids. I just have the eyelids I have. You gotta work with what you got. So I am going to use Teddy on the upper lash line, and I'm also going to tightline with it. I like Teddy because it's a nice warm brown. Let's see if you guys can see a close-up of it there. And so it works, it pairs really well with this. The Tarte Amazonian clay liner that I like and Stubborn Brown, those are both, in my opinion, pretty neutral browns. Stubborn Brown might lean a little more warm. But, boy, I'm afraid this video is going to be too long. But Teddy is definitely warm. I also have Coffee, which is very much a cool brown. Maybe I'll end up... Hopefully you guys could see that. When I look up and see that I'm not in the shot, I about have a heart attack. Maybe I'll start a series of like how to make your blue eyes pop with different brands. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, now is when I decide what I'm going to put underneath my eyes. So first I'm going to line the bottom line with Powersurge from MAC. I'm sorry this isn't all NYX or all drugstore, but I like to have a good mix. So now I'm just going to grab, you can grab whatever brush you like to use under your lash line. I'm just going to grab the short shader from Sigma. And I'm going to go back into that Coffee by NYX. And I'm just going to run that underneath. I feel like I need to be just a bit taller for this. I do apologize in advance if I've fallen out of frame a lot. It's a little test, you know. Oh, I sounded like Sam Sherman there. I didn't mean to. Not that I mind sounding like Sam Sherman, she's funny. Alright, I'm going to put the mascara on and then I will come back and we'll do the rest of the face. Okay, I actually decided, I usually put my mascara on very last, so I don't know why I would change that. I'm just going to use my Sigma, whatever, F20 and my Too Faced bronzer. And put a little bronzer on. And I'm going to use, actually, since I'm in the NYX mode, I'm going to use NYX Pinched. And has anybody ever talked about the fact that Pinched is a pretty good dupe for Orgasm? Like, here's Pinched, here's Orgasm from NARS. Maybe it's been talked about and I just didn't know. And I'm just going to use my Sigma version of the MAC 168. No, oh, it actually is called the SS 168, but that's old. Pretty blush. I'm sure that somebody has said that that's a dupe before, but you know, late to the party. And I'm not going to use the highlighter because this has some shimmer in it. Some serious shimmer action. I'm going to take my kabuki though and just blend everything together. So I'm going to put some mascara on now and then I will come back and show you. But the mascara that I'm using is the Lancome Hypno Star that I've talked about a couple of times now. I'm not sure why I'm looking over there. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the completed look that I have for you guys today. I just put on some NYX Mega Shine in Sponge Cake, I believe. This is one of my favorites. Yep, Sponge Cake. I didn't want too much color, but I wanted to give them a little something. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you kind of like this series. Do you want to see how to make your blue eyes pop with other different brands, high-end, low-end, that kind of thing? I'm curious what your thoughts are. So hope that you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if this was really, really long, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.